Alright, there's too much confusion out there. And if I'm real, I think most people just want to do things right. We want to feel better, look better, be better. But when the whole internet is screaming at you, it's hard to do things right. So today we're going to cut through the noise. These are 9 fitness myths that need to die. And I'm not just here to call BS. I want you to understand why they're wrong, what the studies and science say, so you can stop second guessing yourself and start doing what actually works. Let's dive in. Lifting weights makes you bulky, especially for women. This myth refuses to die. A lot of women think that if they pick up a barbell, they're going to end up looking like Ronnie Coleman. But the truth is, building muscle is hard even for men. On average, a woman might gain 10 to 12 pounds of muscle in her first entire year of training. And that's if she's doing everything right. Training, sleeping, eating, managing stress. You get the point. And that toned look we're looking for is just muscle with low enough body fat. And you're not gonna get it without lifting. Getting actually bulky takes years of consistent training with eating in a caloric surplus. Or steroids. As professional bodybuilder Iris Kyle put it, people think it'll get huge just by lifting weights. No, it takes decades to look like this. So no, lifting won't make you bulky. If you're still so stressed about it, it's fine. Still train, but in caloric maintenance, which means don't eat more calories than you burn. Myth number 2. Cardio is the best way to lose fat. Cardio is great. Helps your heart, burns some calories, clears your head, but it is not the magic key for fat loss. Fat loss only happens in a caloric deficit. You burn more energy than you eat. Your body taps into stored fat for fuel. Simple thermodynamics. Whether that deficit comes from walking, lifting, dancing, or just not eating, it doesn't matter. And cardio is just a tiny slice of your total daily energy expenditure, also known as your TDEE. According to the literature, exercise activity thermogenesis, or EAT, which includes cardio, makes up only about 5 to 10% of your TDEE. Most of your calories are burned by your basal metabolic rate, or BMR. Around 60 to 70% in non-exercise activity thermogenesis, also known as NEAT, fidgeting, walking, just existing. Not only that cardio can increase hunger, some studies show that it spikes up ghrelin, our hunger hormone, that makes us feel more hungry, especially after moderate to intense cardio sessions. So you burn 300 calories on a treadmill and accidentally eat 500 more at dinner. Congrats, you just played yourself. Bottom line, cardio can support a deficit, but it does not replace it. If you're not managing your intake, no amount of the cardio gonna lean you out. Myth number 3, more pain equals more gain. Nope. Soreness doesn't equal progress. It just means your muscles are experiencing micro damage they're not used to. DOMS, or delayed onset muscle soreness, often hits when you're doing something new. But being sore isn't a reliable sign that you've trained well. In fact, chronic soreness can actually mean you're not recovering well. The National Strength and Conditioning Association emphasizes that overtraining leads to decreased performance, mood disturbances, and even injury risks. You don't need to crawl out of the gym to grow. You need to train smart and recover smarter. Myth number 4. You need protein immediately after your workout. This one's been around for years. Like if you didn't down a protein shake immediately after your workout, your whole workout would be for nothing. But here's the deal. The anabolic window isn't a 30-minute countdown timer. It was way oversimplified. Research from 2013 in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition found that what really matters is hitting your total daily protein intake, not chugging a shake right after the workout. In fact, muscle protein synthesis, the process of muscle building, can stay elevated for up to 24 to 48 hours, especially if you're not super advanced yet. So just make sure you're hitting your total daily protein intake. That's really all that matters. Myth 5, you can turn fat into muscle. Okay, fat and muscle are 2 totally different types of tissues. You can gain muscle and lose fat at the same time, but one doesn't turn into the other. It's impossible. It's probably more related to the idea of trying to reduce carbs and use our stored fat as our primary source of energy. But at the end of the day, losing weight always comes down to a caloric deficit. There's no magic, there's no trick. So no, you can't turn fat into muscle. Myth number 6, fasted cardio burns more fat. Technically, fasted cardio does burn more fat during the session, but it doesn't lead to more overall fat loss. A 2014 study published in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition compared fat and fasted cardio over a 4-week period and found no significant differences in fat loss. The key is your total energy balance through the day. So if you like training fasted, cool. If not, also cool. Do what helps you stay consistent. Myth number 7, supplements are essential for gains. Supplements can help, but they're not the base of the pyramid. If your diet sucks, no powder is going to fix that. Focus on hitting your protein, eating enough fiber, and getting in real food. Then, if you want to put in creatine or protein powder for convenience, that's fine. Supplements are meant to help, not replace our diets. Just don't expect it to carry the weight. Myth number 8, sweating more means a better workout. All sweat means is that your body's cooling system works. That's it. How much you sweat depends on a bunch of things like temperature, genetics, hydration, even how hard you went the day before. There's no strong link between sweat and a caloric burn. So don't judge your workout by your sweaty t-shirt. Myth number 9, you must train to failure to build muscle. Look, going to failure can be useful sometimes, but you don't need to hit failure every set to grow. In fact, most studies show that training with 1 to 3 reps shy of failure produces the same gains without frying your nervous system. But stopping 1 to 2 reps short still stimulates muscle protein synthesis effectively. But it is true that you need to know what failure is to get close to it. Most people underestimate how much they can lift, so check safely, preferably with a spotter, what your limits are, and then work from there. Alright, that's it. If you've believed any of these, don't beat yourself up. Most of us have. But the more we understand, the better we can train and treat our bodies. Keep asking questions. There's always new research and new information that changes everything we know about fitness. So keep digging deeper. And above all, train smart, stay consistent, and don't fall for every shiny headline you see out there. See you in the next one.